I'm Brent Barnett on Brownfield Ag News, and this past week we've been covering the Iowa FFA State Convention in Ames at the Hilton Coliseum. A lot of events taking place this week, and the new officers for Iowa FFA have been elected. Joining us now is the new state president for Iowa FFA, Chloe Zittergruen. Chloe, thanks for being with us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really, really great. Brent, how are you?
Doing just fine. What an exciting time. New FFA state president. How's it feel?
Honestly, it's a super surreal feeling. It hasn't quite set in yet. I mean, I'm transitioning from one team to the other, and it's kind of weird hearing like the original team that I was on be referred to as the quote unquote old team and then now the new team. And to me, they're both full teams of mine. So it's a surreal, amazing feeling, but also at the same time, it's like you're in a weird zone of you have like two teams that you're working with at the same time. But no, it's all good.
Well, congratulations to you. Excited to learn more about the year ahead and some feelings there. But first, you might just tell the listeners a little bit about yourself, where you're from, where you grew up, and kind of your background in agriculture.
So I'm from a little speck on the map town called Keswick in the southeast part of the state, about 200 people maybe. And then I graduated in 2024 from Tri-County High School in Thornburg, Iowa. So tiny school, there was 14 in my graduating class. So very, very tiny. And I've been in FFA since my 8th grade year of high school. And I found my passion for flowers and plants and everything agricultural related in the ag classroom there. And my ag teachers have always pushed me to be a better person and do things to my full potential all the time. So I definitely would not be here without them at all. And for me right now, I'm a student at Iowa State University studying agricultural communications. So, yeah.
What's the experience been like for you so far at Iowa State?
I've really enjoyed it. Ames is such a welcoming town, and it's such a welcoming campus. When I toured would have been spring of my junior year, it just was so welcoming. It felt like home, especially coming from such a small town. Like there was not a big, dramatic change, in my opinion, of going from small town, small high school to Iowa State's campus. Everyone makes it feel like home.
So this past year, if I remember correctly, you had been serving as state secretary. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
What was that whole experience like for you? What goes into being the state secretary? Can you walk us through kind of this past year?
Yeah, so for state secretary, on the team, there's 9 of us. There's the president, the state secretary, reporter, and then 6 vice presidents that each run their own district throughout the state. So for me, I didn't have a district officer team. I didn't run a district. So I was in charge of working on like the social media, any communications, and then helping out my teammates wherever I could. So whether that was attending a chapter officer leadership training in Southwest Iowa and helping facilitate and helping my teammate organize materials and make sure events ran smoothly, to coming back home to the Southeast District to help with chapter visits and anything along those lines. So I did almost the same things as everyone on the team, except for I helped with the social media and I didn't have a district officer team. But that's about the only difference between what I do and everybody else on the team.
Throughout your time in FFA, what have been things you've taken away the most? What's been the most impactful for you from FFA?
I would say kind of service to others. I know we're all saying like our year of service, serving others. It's in the motto, living to serve. But when I was in 8th grade, 7th, 8th grade, and freshman year, my original ag teacher came out of retirement 2 different times to ensure that my high school kept its ag program because we couldn't find an ag teacher. And he really showed me that what true service looks like and putting others before you. And then he actually got me involved in floriculture, flowers, growing flowers, and that then turned into a passion of mine where I now own my small cut flower business. So that is kind of the true meaning of service. And one thing in our new old meeting that we had with both teams, they asked, like, what's one piece of advice you have? And I said, you have no idea how much your life has just been positively changed. There are going to be so many opportunities and so many things that you will experience this year, good and bad, that will shape your life, truly give you such an amazing outlook on life, and make you grateful for everything that you have.
Yeah, that's great. Well put. Well done. I just want to have you maybe also just kind of look ahead this year. I know there's a lot that's going to be taking place. I'm sure they're still kind of, gathering after a convention wrapping up this week. It's been a busy time, but what are you thinking here for this year ahead as state president? Do you have any goals for this role?
I would say one goal of mine is to get in front of the members more, have that more one-on-one interaction. We always say that like we are the workhorses of the association. We are putting on the events, but we say I'm facilitating around at chapter officer leadership training. I see those 20 students for maybe 30 minutes. Say I go into a classroom and I do a chapter visit. I see those 10 students in that first period animal science class for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, you never know. And that could be the only interaction I have with them this year. So wanting to really get that meaningful one-on-one interactions with members and being intentional about those interactions, because that may be the only time that a kid is interacting with the blue corduroy jacket, the first experience that they have with FFA. So making every single interaction that much more impactful and important. And on top of that, I'm just excited for the new 8 individuals that just got elected to see how they shine, how they serve, and ultimately the excitement that they showed right after elections. And even now, just seeing how many amazing things they're going to do this year.
Yeah, that's great. Are there any repeat officers like yourself from last year? No, just you?
Just me.
Well, congratulations. Thank you so much for joining us here. Before we conclude, what would you say to new and young FFA members as they're starting their trek in this organization? Any advice that you would give them?
Immerse yourself as much as possible. I love public speaking now. Everyone says I love to talk. I've got lots of hot air, as my family would love to say. But my freshman year, I was too scared to do the creed. My advisor was like, you do really great. You should try it. I was too scared. I never did it. And now it's a regret of mine. And you never know where it could have taken me. So my thing is immerse yourself fully and don't be scared to say yes. Get yourself in those uncomfortable situations because it's going to grow you as a person. My freshman year as well, I was a grandstand usher at the Iowa State Fair. I got homesick and I went home for a couple days. My parents made me go back as much as I really did not want to, but I'm grateful that I did because it put me in that uncomfortable situation. I grew as a person. I met some amazing people from across the state, and I went to usher back every single year of high school after that.
Good luck to you this year, and thank you so much for joining us here on the Brownfield Network. We really appreciate it, Chloe.
Yes, thank you so much, Brent.
Chloe Zittergruen joining us, the new state president for Iowa FFA, right here on Brownfield Ag News. I'm Brent Barnett. Thanks for joining us.